Hey, this is Mike. Thank you so much for choosing this video. Today I'm in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, visiting East Coast Volkswagen, and I'm checking out a 2017 Volkswagen Jetta 1.4T in the S trim level. So this is a neat little car. It's very comfortable and roomy, and it really has an interesting color. So let's go ahead and check it out. This vehicle is sitting on 205 55 R16 tires, 16-inch steel wheels with hubcaps, and it has four-wheel disc brakes with ventilated disc brakes in the front and solid disc brakes in the back. The name of this color is white silver metallic, and it really struck me. At first I thought it was white, but when I looked at it even closer, especially when the sun shines on it, it's a little bit of a silver tint. So it looks pretty neat. Just kind of gives you a lighter color without just plain white. So here in the front you have a nice big Volkswagen emblem in chrome, and then you have those chrome accents across the grille. You can see the sun shining off of them, looking pretty cool. The headlights are powered by halogen bulbs, and you have a reflector system with a little LED accent there on the bottom. This is what the key looks like. It's a pretty traditional Volkswagen key. They've used this for a long time. So you have the lock and unlock buttons here, open up the trunk. You have a switchblade style key, which is pretty cool. You have the panic button with a little dude running there. Volkswagen emblem on the opposite side. Let's go ahead and push the panic button, see what happens. See if anybody panics. Nope, it just beeps the horn, flashes the light. Here's the inside of the passenger door, and it has a soft to the touch here on the armrest. Everything is black except for this kind of an accent here, kind of like a carbon fiber accent. I'm not sure, but it looks pretty neat. And you have a nice huge like a storage pocket there on the door. You can put bottles in there or whatever you want. Manual adjustments here on the passenger seat with they manually go up and down as well. You have a two-tone black and like a gray cloth seat. Slight bolstering there on the sides, but it's very comfortable seats. Plenty of leg room here as well. And the floor mats, when in place, they lock in place. You have that same accent here on the dashboard as well. Take a look in the glove compartment. Now it's smooth plastic on the inside, and it has like a little place here, but also up in here it has like this little shelf up there at the top as well. Here's the inside of the back door. Soft to the touch armrest here. Your back seat is pretty much a bench seat all the way across. It does fold down in a 60-40 split fashion, so you can increase your trunk space. There's your leg room, and the floorboard is quite a ways down there, so it feels like you're sitting in a chair. You have a pretty significant hump there in the center, so the center passenger is going to have to navigate around that. You have some storage pockets as well as a 12-volt power supply here. The fuel door is here on the passenger side, so you can talk your passenger into pumping the gas for you. Now it's a lockable fuel door, so right now it won't open, but when I unlock the vehicle, it unlocks that as well. So when I lock the vehicle, it'll also lock that as well. So your fuel door is locked every time you lock your vehicle. So here's your fuel cap, and it has this tether system. But check it out, it has this little post and has a place for it so it can get out of your way, and it doesn't dangle down and scratch your nice silver white paint. And you don't lose the cap either, so that's pretty cool. Taking a look at the back of the vehicle, it has a dual tip exhaust here on the left side. You also have a backup camera under here. Let's take a look at the trunk. The trunk lifts up all the way by itself, so you just push the button, so that's cool. Massive trunk in this car. I mean, look at that. I don't know if you can see that. It goes way in there, all the way to the right here and the left. They try to squeeze as much room as possible on both sides, but it just goes way back in there, especially considering what you can actually fold the seats down and increase your cargo space just by folding the seats down, one or the other, just in case you want some extra room back here. You can get it, and you can also have a passenger in the back seat at the same time. Isn't that neat? Okay, so under here is your spare tire and tools, and you can utilize some of this space for cargo space if you need to, if you're trying to really cram some stuff in there. You have some tie downs here on the corners as well, here and here. Now to fold the seats, you also have tie downs there all the way in the back. You see those on the side. But folding the seats down, you use these levers here. You just pull those out and walk around, open the door, and fold the seats down. Let's take a look at the window sticker in case you want to use the pause button and get some information off of it. Sorry about the shadow. Hopefully you can see that though. Let's go ahead and start it up using a switchblade key here, which is pretty neat. Here's the floorboard in front of the driver's seat. Now you can see once the floor mat actually is in place, there's places for the floor mat to hook in place, which is good. You have your accelerator and brake pedals there. Nice huge place to put your left foot and that footrest. So let's go ahead and take a look under the hood. Now you notice, I don't know if you'll notice this or not, the hood will not open when the door is shut. So once you shut the door, this closes that. It rests against here, so you can't open the hood with the door closed. To open the hood, there's a little latch just a little bit to the right of center here in this little opening. Just kind of reach in there and push it up, lift the hood, looks like that. And you do have to use this prop here to hold it up. So here's your engine, and it's not covered up with plastic, so that's good. You can actually see some metal there on top and here on the front. It's a 1.4 liter, 4-cylinder engine, turbocharged, stratified injection, direct injection engine. There's a little turbo there in the back. Your intake is here in the front. You see some belts here. I like to see some actual engine when I lift the hood, that's what I like to see anyway. You see it has the insulated firewall with some heat shielding. You have an insulated battery here on the right. Now this is paired to a 6-speed automatic transmission. Let's take a look on the inside of the driver's side door. That's just like the other side, except for it has a few more buttons. You have your door lock controls, your side mirror controls. There's your power window controls, and then there's the ability to open up your trunk there. It's one touch up and down for your power windows. Like so, nice smooth going up and down. You have manual adjustments here for the driver's seat as well, with the manual raise and lower the seat. Right in here you have your headlight controls, and as simple as on and off. Then your interior dimmer switch for your gauges is there. You also have a tilt and a telescoping steering column, and you just lock it in place with that lever. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look here on the inside. And plenty of leg room. I can put my legs completely straight out, which is cool. And the knee room is great because there's a big open spot here on the door for my knee to go into, and then the center console here is a little bit low, so my knee kind of can pass over it like so. Okay, so let's go ahead and start here on the steering wheel. The steering wheel itself is a synthetic material with a simulated leather texturing here, and it's kind of soft and good thickness, and it's not completely round per se. It's kind of rounded off here, and then it has some edges right in here, so it kind of contours your hand well, and it's very comfortable. The thickness is perfect, doesn't dig into your hands or anything like that. You have little grip extenders or bolsters here at the top. Have this gloss black around the buttons. It's looking pretty nice. Okay, so the buttons here on the steering wheel on the right side, here at the bottom is to change through your presets on your radio. You have your Bluetooth controls here, and then you have these buttons that correspond with a screen between the gauges, which we'll get to in just a minute. Your volume for your radio is here on the left, and then your cruise controls right in here. Windshield wiper controls are here on the right. Turn signal and dimmer switch for your headlights here on the left. Interior gauges are black, kind of a flat black in the background with the white lettering just popping through, so it's easy to understand and your eyes can focus on it quickly, so you don't have to spend too much time looking down here when you're supposed to be looking at the road. RPMs on the left, speedometer on the right, and then here in the center you have this little gauge system here, which you can kind of cycle through using these buttons on the right side to kind of cycle through and get some more information, like exterior temperature, things like that, miles per gallon, range, how many miles, like your trip info there, and then your miles per hour. Digital speedometer is always handy. And then of course you have your odometer and your fuel economy information there at the bottom, as well as a clock at the top. Okay, here's your center stack, and you have a four-way flasher here at the top center. And then you have your touchscreen with your radio, which we're in now, and then your presets there in the center. And you can tune through your stations with the knob here. You have your knobs and different options. And then you have your media inputs. You have auxiliary inputs, Bluetooth audio, that kind of stuff. And then once you pair your phone, you have access to your recent calls in your phone book and be able to make and receive calls, which is handy, especially while you're driving. You can keep your hands on the wheel, eyes on the road, stay productive. You even have a CD player here at the top. Then you have your eject button and your sound adjustments there on the right. You have your auxiliary input, SD card input for playing music. You have your traditional volume and tune through the stations there, knobs. So down in here, you have your defroster, recirculate the air, your air conditioning, temperature, fan speed, where you want the air to blow. A little storage pocket right here with your USB input and a 12-volt power supply. Place to put some cards right in here. Now, say like if you go into a parking garage or something like that, you can place the card right in there, or you can put business cards or whatever you want. Okay, so here's your shifter, and it has this kind of rubber boot right here, and it's pretty thick, high quality feeling. Nice, comfortable, ergonomic shifter. So let's go ahead and put it in reverse. You can see what the backup camera looks like. It pops up here on the screen, so you can see the guidelines there, and then it has that red line giving you that's about as close as you want to go. Continuing down, there's neutral, there's drive. You slide it over to the right to cycle through the gear ratios. If you need a downshift or something like that going down a hill, you can have that ability. It's like a little ratchet shifter. Going back here to drive at any time if you want to, and then you can go down into sport mode by pushing the button here on the shifter, and then you push it down again. This will emphasize performance over fuel economy in case you want to get a little bit more sporty with your driving. There's your parking brake, and then your cup holders, and have these little things that adjust to different size cups, and it's open in the center so you can put other stuff besides just cups in there, like your cell phone or whatever you want. Okay, so here's your center armrest. It's quite soft and comfortable, and it might be big enough to share with your passenger depending on how generous you are. Okay, and this lifts up, and you have a storage compartment in here, so you can put a whole bunch of junk in there. Here's your rearview mirror. It does have a manual day and night mode here. Interior reading lights here on the sides, and then you can turn on all your interior lights by pushing that button. Put it in a center position to have your interior lights turn on with the door, or you can just turn that feature off here. Place to put your shades right in here, and it has like this rubberized material on the inside. Your visors have this little place to put your registration or something. It also has mirrors. Same thing on the other side. Okay, let's take a look at the visibility in the back. not too bad. The headrests don't really get in the way too much. There's lots of glass back there, the side glass, the back glass. You also have the backup camera helping you out with that. So it's not too shabby. Alright, there you have it. 2017 Volkswagen Jetta. So thank you for watching, and thank you to East Coast Volkswagen here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, for allowing me to show off an awesome vehicle, and I'll see you guys next time.